I didn't swap my microphone. Hello, now it's working. Welcome to Contacts Plus. I'm an idiot. Uh, so our Nardo isn't here, so I have to be a Nardo. It's part of the rules. Yeah, the contract. It's a contract we signed. There must be one Nardo. Is that? It is showing it's playing. Hold on. Advanced audio properties. Why the fuck is it not? Try it again.
We can't have a stream without technical difficulties.
I didn't have it recording to the number 1 track. It should be going now if you yell. Yeah,
We'll definitely need to figure out a lot of our audio.
we need to have. What would be nice is if we had somebody that was good at audio. Like somebody that their job was to listen to the monitor output and adjust it from there.
You can have somebody that's good at audio, and I used to be, but listening to like all of the audio being on one track and then it's sounding like all the rest of the audio should be on all the other tracks, but one of them has all of them on it. And then you're like, oh, okay, if you remove all the other audio sources except this one, it should take away the echo. Yes, it does, except for one person having all the echo or everybody else having all the echo and one person being normal. You can't really fix that as much.
I think I figured out the one audio problem that I was having with the echo. First of all, the Neo's audio, for some reason, was 1 millisecond offset. I don't know how that happened.
I have a question.
What?
Are we live?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're live now.
Welcome to Technical Difficulties.
Is that the name of the stream right now?
No. So
It should be.
So
It should be.
It is always technical difficulties, but the
Not a
audio thing.
technical
The audio
difficulty.
thing. I think I figured out the echo that we had last time. I had Steam set to mirror my audio between my headset and my actual gaming headset. So I had both my Index and my gaming headset having the same audio. But was also OBS was 1 millisecond offset for Neos for some reason. So that was only mirroring half part of the audio to 1 millisecond offset, but the other one wasn't offset, so it would just do.
Yeah.
I stopped the mirror and got rid of the offset.
In looking at all the fun that we're able to do here, I have had the suddenly
committed shit to you.
It's fine. He does that every
probably.
episode.
I've had the slight realization that like, oh yeah, we could do a whole lot of great stuff here in VR. Man, I love the production of being in VR. And then I'm sitting and I'm like, I kind of wish we had the sound production of being face to face, where if the audio engineer fucks up enough, you can punch them and tell them fix it.
Yeah.
See,
I
here
wish
you
we
can
had
just
an
shoot
audio.
them.
I wish we had an audio engineer. Like, we have someone that operates cameras. We have somebody that does the lovely building here. We have somebody that writes. We have somebody that makes the cool technical stuff and runs like the WebSocket so we can get everything to work properly, right?
Cool, I was all those things except one.
We have a co-host. We have a scapegoat.
Yeah, we have a scapegoat, which is good.
We have a scapegoat.
Yeah,
but
it's good.
And we have a Nardo and we have a Nardo dragon, but we don't have an audio engineer. So
I can make stupid noises on a piano and turn it into music, and people pay me for it.
You're not an audio engineer, though.
Not an engineer, but I can make stupid noises on the internet for money.
He is the lack of brain cells of Pepper Coyote and the slight piano skills of Fox Amore, but just dumber.
He is one brain cell from
straight dumber.
Wait, you can be dumber than Pepper Coyote?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
It's impressive, but what I know.
Wait, specifically me?
What I know of the coyote, He's an interesting fellow, fun to hang out with sometimes.
Wait, I forget. Did I give the link to this to his mate?
Did you?
More, are you watching right now?
If you're watching, commit
If he is,
vehicular
I wanted.
I'm committing vehicular hamburger.
I wanted to get Pepper.
First of all,
I
I'm
wanted to
helping
get
the
Pepper
environment.
actually here and like in VR, but he can't because
Yeah.
it's nauseous. So
Oh,
No, I thought it was because he didn't have VR.
no, he said last I talked to him about it, I recall he has motion sickness when he's in VR. He has VR.
Damn.
easy. Just
But
don't
he has
move.
a VR headset.
Yeah, he must have tried it at some point.
Why
you don't
would
need
you get
to
a
have
VR?
VR headset to try it.
I have a question I need slight confirmation on.
Wow.
No.
So back on Second Life, I realized in the Pennsylvania Furs group that Pepper's just in it. Was Pepper at any point a Pennsylvania native?
Yes.
Yeah, he was born there.
Cool.
That's where he used to live when I met him. He lives in PA.
How
So
dare he escape like Sam?
he escaped.
Who's Sam?
He escaped and
Oh,
ran
wait,
off.
Kage.
Genji.
He escaped and ran off to the
Genji.
desert, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
He escaped right off to the desert, and then
And now he lives with a tiger named Moore. Well, okay.
Well-
it's more accurate to say
no,
a wolf that's
so-
painted as a tiger.
he escaped Pennsylvania to live in the deserts, and then on the Anthrocon at home streams, get told that he looks like he eats mealworms and crickets while living in the desert, and just came out of his little shack that he's been eating peyote in for like 9 months.
I mean, to be fair, that's not that far off.
It's not that far off at
Pepper-
all, but it's like
Pepper Coyote.
He's found more snacks at Burning Man, probably, but not 100% diet of peyote.
Pepper,
What happened to
Pepper
your
Coyote. Oh, he's broken.
My arms are just behind my head because I'm laying down because I'm tired as
Yeah.
fuck.
Pepper Coyote
We
is
should all lay
the
down. That'd be
wish.
funny.
Pepper Coyote is the wish Chris Pratt.
Wish Chris Pratt.
I wish I knew who that was so I could get the joke.
Chris Pratt?
He does have about the same brain function as Andy Dwyer.
You don't know. Do we have to get a picture of Chris Pratt and Pepper Coyote together, like next to each other, and show that they
Yes,
look almost
because
exactly the same to me?
I don't know what Pepper looks like. I know what Chris Pratt looks like.
I wonder if I can get a picture.
I know what Pepper looks like, I just don't know who the fuck Chris Pratt is.
Pepper looks like a desert
Oh,
version
wait, can
of
I
Carrot
swear?
Top.
Yes, you can swear.
Okay, because I've already done that like 100 times now.
See if I can type in here as we are doing this. So let's get a image of Chris Pratt here.
Also, I've started to think about this
Error.
topic as one of my main questions regarding us for season 3. Are we just going to like drag on guests of like
Questionable
different people
value.
that are known at FurCons, different people that we've hung out with, different people
We're
that
just-
owe us
We're
favors?
literally just gonna drag anybody on. Like if we don't have somebody that's here that like the one that like has been on the show before, just like we're just bored and they're like, hey, look, people are over there. Put them over here.
Yeah, well, like
That's pretty
you
much
went
it.
to Anthrocon and
I mean,
you pass out the cards, and lots of people at Anthrocon have those cards now.
can I shoot him with a dart gun?
Where is a picture of the real Pepper?
You can attempt to.
Either people are
Pixels.
either the people at Anthrocon are more aware of us, or their bikes sound really cool. Because either they've used our business cards for what they're supposed to be used for, or they have them paper clipped into the spokes of their bicycles.
I was given
Okay.
permission for this, Matt.
For me, looking at these two next to each other, their facial
Wow.
features to me,
Damn
like
it.
their overall like build of these two.
I cannot see behind me.
Oh, I'm showing it to the camera too. Let me see if I can get it like here.
I had to allow the host. I'm like, yes, very, very
It looks like a Wish
checkerboard,
Chris
much
Pratt
Chris
to me.
Pratt.
Like if Chris Pratt was on Wish, it's Pepper Coyote.
Like, to be honest, I don't really see it.
You don't see
Like,
it?
beyond that, they're like white and they both have big noses. Like, like,
You would probably see it more in real life. It comes out like as you're standing next to him, like this is Chris Pratt.
I have been in the same room as Pepper Coyote
But if you
with
know Chris,
many,
if you know
many
Chris
drinks.
Pratt, that's the problem. You'd have to know Chris Pratt, as well.
How many people actually know Chris Pratt though?
They know him enough from the
Are we-
movies. You see the Mills
That's
in
true.
Motion,
What movies is he in?
Guardians of
Guardians
the
of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
He's in The Office. He's the
The-
voice of.
He's
He's the
not
voice
in The
of
Office. He is in
In
Parks and
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Recreation.
That's what fuck it is. Yes. God damn it, my brain. Don't
Like,
worry,
I
my
recognize his
memory
face,
is
just
fucked up.
his name. Like, I don't do good with names.
Yeah.
Faces, sure.
Actually, no, wait. He is 100% Andy Dwyer because Andy Dwyer's in a band as well
Yeah.
who plays guitar.
Okay, I can see that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I had a random.
I don't know who Andy Dwyer is.
I had a random thought in my brain today.
Oh boy, here we go.
You had a thought?
No, I didn't. But it was
How does one get a thought?
dick pics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like we're answering the show early today.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized early, but why do people send dick pics? That's the worst thing to send. Like,
I don't
hey
know.
baby, here is something that
Well,
looks terrible.
I
don't
mean,
know
you
about the
gotta
rest of you,
remember,
but-
I'm asexual. I'm already aware of that. It's cool that you're finally coming to that realization.
I've been aware of it for a while. I just got reminded by a police interrogation video.
Oh, I thought you just got reminded
That
because
brings up a few things, but personally, like, when your name is Richard, every pic is a dick pic.
It's true, but like,
Also,
But,
who decided that was the nickname for Richard, by the way?
Also,
I don't know
also
what my
was
grandfather's
saying,
name was,
like,
Dick.
on the topic of dick
Let's just say
pics,
Andy Warhol.
on the topic of dick pics, that does bring up one of our other guests that we need on here that still worries me. No, who didn't go noticed in the first 17 adults chat?
the what? You cut out for a second, and my brain turned
Who
off.
went completely unnoticed in the 2017 Philadelphia adult group chat?
Wasn't that Boozy?
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm already in the process of trying to get in contact with Boozy to get him over.
See, I kind of want to get in contact with him, but then I have to resist being like, I've heard you mention even more towns that are closer to me. How far away are you?
Yeah, so
And then,
I would say, but I'm pretty sure he would kill me.
I mean, I know general area of where he's at, but my main worry is like,
Oh no, I know more than just the general
my
area.
main worry is that because of
Boozy, don't kill
how
me.
old his oldest is, being almost the same age as my brother, and if I remember correctly, both of them being in the fandom, I'm
Wait.
like, fuck, they might meet up at a local meet. And then I will just have to. I fear that I'm going to stumble across Boozy in the fucking wild.
he has
Wait,
to go to
how
the
old
grocery
is your
store.
brother?
My little brother's 16, and his fursuit's like just about completed right now.
You're gonna go to the grocery store and just run into Boozy.
Well, see, I had to sit back and worry for a moment because for a moment I was staring at question mark and I'm like, I swear to fucking God, I've seen her. And then I'm like,
Manchester?
no. So I feel like Mint and my little brother might meet up at some point because I'm in Pennsylvania, in about the same area as him. I'm on the same half of the Appalachian. He mentioned the fucking town that my great aunt is in, which also then opens another can of worms. Because, like, I was telling Madeline about the ridiculousness of my entire family going to Anthrocon. That great aunt is somebody that I fear can outdrink alkali. She has proven herself again and again.
Speaking.
You know, the
Speaking
fact that I want to see
alkali,
that.
The Who's Line episode.
Oh,
Yes.
boy.
The Who's Line episode, speaking of
You
alkali.
got amazing photos. Thank you for being able to get photos for that.
Our new photographer,
Oh,
apparently.
who are you saying that? Oh, wait, you're saying it to me?
Yeah,
yes, you got photos.
You took photos like
got
an
photos
Asian
last
tourist,
week.
all right?
You turned into the Frooks for a minute. Yeah, an Asian tourist.
Frooks isn't an Asian tourist. Frooks just likes 3D modeling and photogrammetry.
Yeah, I'm
That's
saying.
I mean, it's true, I like those.
Gray took photos like an Asian tourist. All I kept hearing in the background, every time something happened on stage. Exactly.
I mean, it's always good to have somebody that's taking photos, especially since, like, I am a man that knows how to take photos and has a pretty good camera for the time when I was taking photo classes. And I just don't fucking use it. Like, I'm usually too wrapped up in everything I'm doing to get a fucking photo.
I don't know where the photo went. Where'd the photo? Oh, here's the photo.
Oh, I have a photo from this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Ah, frick.
So,
Damn.
And there goes Madeline.
Yeah, as we are now just randomly taking photos, Alkali and Zanny, they had great fun in our good picture of the camera. They had great fun.
I was actually trying to see who was in the audience.
Sir,
Because I'm blind as hell.
It's Mag and Fant right now.
Madeline was passed out this morning. I don't know if he noticed this photo.
I did. I saved it.
Good.
that photo's in my inventory now because, damn, that was funny.
You had the grimace shake. But yeah, that was Alkali and Zanny's like first actual time in Neos, and then they've been busy. I've been trying to get them back here, but they're busy.
I've been trying to get
They're
them.
busy adults. They're busy adults with many important things to do.
Like
I
a
don't
stream in the
adults
morning.
usually.
So
Here you go, sir.
they have many important things to do. So getting them back into Neos is a process. It was difficult enough to get them into Neos the first time, but they genuinely enjoyed our Who's Line, and I kind of want them back again for the next Who's Line because
I
more
really want to be
chaos.
part of that.
Yeah.
8 people watching, yet no one in chat.
Nobody's in chat because they don't want to talk to us.
Thank you for skulking around, but if you could say something, we'd appreciate it.
You can
Yes,
talk
just-
to us. We're watching. the
Just so
chat.
the rest of it, you on stream, on the live stream know, we have this giant chat box right here, just out of sight.
Right there. Don't take it. Don't
Matt,
move it.
why?
Madarin, put that back.
you!
Put,
Matt, how are we supposed to see it if you move it?
put that back. That is no terrible. Go back over here.
But I want to...
I'm holding it now. You're gonna get blended faster if you cause
And
more
I heard my
chaos.
door open
Because
again.
I will redeem blend him.
Wait a minute. Is the sneeze guard off? No. Wait a minute.
Is there a hole?
There's a hole.
Don't let people know about the hole.
I would fix it. I'm in the wall.
I mean, you say it like people can't just, like, use the no clip that they already have installed in their avatar.
I like that both Fant and Mag are the ones who replied in the chat, but they're right there as well.
Like, can't they speak?
They can. We can hear them. The stream will hear them. They could go bah, but see,
Ah!
There we are.
see, they said something. It's kind of quiet in the background, but they said something.
Oh, frick.
I'm gonna throw this at Matt when I
But-
see him next.
Speaking of Who's Line and the fact that we do want at least a single professional to be on stage every month, because that would be fun. As somebody that's easy to bounce things off of or something like that, because otherwise improv is hard. Improv is very difficult. Like when you get up on stage and it's like you're not versed in improv and you get up there and it's just like you brain fart quickly and you just go, but
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Especially when we're talking about little Timmy Horton.
Little Timmy Horton was one of the funniest things that I hope becomes a running joke.
I will make sure it does.
Little Timmy Horton and his
Well,
legless
so-
scorpions.
I know that it can and will become a running joke. I just wonder if it will be on par with Kale and last 7 years too long.
Well, it depends on the age of the people that get the joke.
Which
You've
also
got
with Kale, we need to
Okay, next.
definitely try and get Pandez in here. Like,
Stop dodging, Matt.
I sat wondering, are there any bear avatars that I could work on texturing to try and get Pandez in here faster if Pandez doesn't have a VR avatar yet.
well, we'll definitely have to work on more
Where'd it go?
guests and grabbing them from our friends. We have friends.
You have friends.
I don't have friends.
What are friends?
What are friends for?
They're people behind the doors you knock on.
Hey, I've knocked on a lot of doors. That's a
Door-to-door
You missed.
salesman.
didn't even move.
God, I'm horrible at this.
Why are you trying to kill him? We want to talk about improv. You're sitting here with a hatchet trying to kill our dog.
This is God of War 0.5 before God of War 1 because it took forever for him to figure out the bloody axe.
This actually is the God of War act.
Why are you killing our dog?
He's not, he's missing.
One of my friends from VR chat actually is a Viking. And
I don't think
one
the
of the
Viking
things...
fans count.
No. Like, it was to the point that in his military paperwork, it was like, if he dies, he is to actually have a funeral pyre.
Can I have that because I
Like-
want one instead of having to
why
have one?
a
Like, with
funeral
it-
pyre, and why not
Oh,
have
sure.
why not have the Viking,
I
the
missed.
proper Viking funeral where
Well, so
the guy with the arrow with the
because when you're in the middle of a landlocked area, you can't really get a lake or anything to do the other Viking funeral.
You
so it's just
can.
funeral pyre on the battlefield.
you can.
They
But,
put a
um,
boat in a swimming pool.
You
So-
could, yeah, you could put a
so-
boat in someone's swimming pool in their backyard.
We got on the topic of death and like post-mortem choices of what we want done with our bodies, mostly his, because I'm like, hey, since you've got the funeral pyre thing, wouldn't it be funny to like stuff your body with like 6 to 8 mortar shells and just explode in fireworks? And then we got to the honest thing of what he really wants to do now that I think might be put into his will. His favorite weapon is axes, so get cremated and have the ashes used in the forging of
making an axe.
twin axes.
That's actually really cool.
The problem
Yeah.
I
is
know
the
people
problem.
who have been made into bullets.
Well, the problem with that is
Or
that
rather new people.
there's not much that's gonna go into the actual metal. Like
Not a lot's going to go into the
and
actual
it's
metal,
gonna make
but the
the metal
bones could be used to
brittle.
create the
Well,
carbon
you
to like...
the metal's gonna become brittle because it's gonna break up the chains,
Well,
the molecular chains.
do you
of
know
metal.
how? Okay, I don't remember my metallurgy.
It'll be
drill.
what's gonna happen? You add
I
ash
think
to the metal.
metallurgy, I
It'll
think is...
the
Metallurgy.
metallurgy.
Well,
The
Metal
Yeah.
economics.
but the ash is going
But-
to go into the metal and it's gonna come off as slag on the top, which you skim off before you pour.
like what I was gonna say is like, I think it might have actually been the Vikings were like the first ones, or some Nordic clan like that, like end up like having the first like, I don't remember if it's iron or steel weapons.
So
because
they were the
they
first to
actually,
have
like-
the primitive steel because of the bones that they thought would be like imbuing the spirits of things into what they were forging.
Yeah. So like that could be done the same way with just his
Yeah.
bones. I mean, his actual like muscle and shit. Like nah.
The ashes ain't gonna fucking work. The ashes
Well,
are
Well, the ashes,
carbon.
the
Like,
ashes might go into the handles and
Like, it's
things,
the
and the
calcium
bones
of
to
the
be used to
bones
make the
that
steel.
does it.
Calcium is a metal, so it will.
And
The
that's in your
calcium's
bones.
a metal, but when you have the bones in the fire that you're using, that
You're-
carbon.
You're going to what you're going. Calcium itself is a metal, and you can technically burn off the impurities of the calcium, which your bones isn't pure calcium. You're gonna burn off
I
the
have
impurities.
people that can bonk you in the head with swords that are older than our country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not hard.
I've sat back and I've known what metal is more than what you're saying. Stick to mechanics.
I've done metallurgy.
Oh,
Kind of wanted to build my own forge.
I think everybody's wanted to build a forge. I wasn't allowed because my family was like, no, you're not allowed to have a forge in the backyard. And then my little brother, of course, could like
I mean, I'm
do a whole lot of other ridiculous shit, but
I'm a
not me.
I'm a fabricator. I melt metal together, try to connect metals together with metal glue, which is just a wire and high electricity. And I have heated and hammered metal out and done all that fun shit, and having to quench it to change the crystalline structure so you don't work hard in your piece.
quench
Yeah.
it. That
Eh.
reminds me of a soda shop I
So-
I
want
can
to go
always
to.
just use the incinerator from the morgue.
So
I've quenched lockpicks that I've made, so like the
Quenching-
smallest scale blades.
yeah, you can anneal and you can quench. You can quench it in oils. Usually, you can get a really hard steel out of that. But then if you anneal it, you can straighten out all of the molecular structure to make it more even.
One of the
it'll
best
not work
things
hard.
with quenching, don't use water. Water fucks it up. Use used motor oil, which makes it that you get to cheat even more because you get to just, when you're doing oil changes, you gather your oil from all your
Yeah.
clients, and then you're like, I'm going to make a sword.
Yeah, motor oil does a better job, but if you're shrinking metal, you can use water on a rag and stuff and like spread it out, and you can take like thinner metals and
Well,
shrink it down.
Yes, but like you're going to crack shit if you put it in water.
Not necessarily, depends on the temperature.
Yeah, I guess you're right there.
You walk a fine line because you're going to harden the steel, and the reason things are cracking is because they are hard. Like ceramics
Oh
are
my.
super hard, but
Oh
they're
my.
brittle. Because the harder you get, the more brittle the material becomes. So
Oh my.
You owe mine that.
I don't know what he's.
Oh,
He's
I'm
so
being rude.
lying. But
Be careful what
why-
objects you talk about being brittle and hard.
are your emotions
heard that.
brittle?
I heard that.
Mine are.
But I don't know why we got on the topic of metal when we were talking about Who's Line.
If you threw that
Oh,
in
because
Wii
the Viking
Sports, everybody
guy.
behind you
Oh
would
yeah.
jump.
Death. I wanted to say something about dying. When I have
I used to work at a morgue.
when I have my funeral, I want to be strung up like a marionette and then danced around my funeral. I think that would be hilarious.
That would be horrifying.
That would not be the most ridiculous thing that I have done.
Most ridiculous thing.
I said would not.
I mean, I like the idea with popcorn in the body, but when you get cremated,
Speaking of ridiculous, I didn't know until today, so I was today years old when I found out that Dragor works for obituary.
You didn't know that?
I did not know. As I just said, I haven't focused on the Dragon show since Ron spilled the cheese balls.
So like 1950.
No. Do you know what I mean by Ron spilling the
Yeah,
cheese balls?
I do. I just don't think they do. Do you guys have any idea what he means?
No.
What?
Matterin, why are
So
you?
Matterin barely knows most anything for Dragon show and like a lot of convention stuff as well.
I don't know anything about convention stuff besides stuff that imaginatively unimaginative.
Why would you do that to him?
Peer pressure.
Want some ginger fluid?
Ginger fluid, you drink it and you turn into pepper.
No, I said gender fluid.
Oh, gender fluid.
Oh, this is just the asexual.
That's
This is
asexual
the
one.
asexual, not the gender fluid one. This is your
Fuck
sexual.
you, the joke still works.
No, it doesn't. This is sexual orientation fluid.
Some of us have that oil.
Why would a
Well,
robot
most
drink?
people don't know the flags well enough.
Yeah, the alkali didn't realize one of my flags that I had over my head.
The only
until I told
flag I
him.
know is the grenade.
Wait, you have a flag?
Not in my head, not over this avatar's heads.
I don't see anyone's because I never have
The
name tags
mechanic
on.
pride flag.
You don't have any badges above your head.
I know I don't. Not on this avatar. I haven't completed this avatar. I'm still working on this.
Nobody has
Oh.
badges above their heads on my end except Fant. For some reason, his name tag is shown. I don't know if they're on my friends list.
No, they're probably not. Friend Fant.
I will later.
That's probably why he's not on your friends list.
I'm kind of tempted to
you're
make
not
this
on my
one into a
friends list because
circle.
there's a sneeze guard in the way. I'm sorry.
That's no. I can reach through the sneeze guard. Look.
Question:
Yeah, there's a camera in the way.
Can
There
I
we
do
go.
something to him?
Everyone wants to do something to him.
Did we get the new Twitch redeem yet?
I don't think that's been set up because our Nardo's been having personal time, and he's the one that can set it up. I can't.
Okay.
I don't have access to the Twitch redeems because I was gonna make a bunch of them, and then I was like, oh, I cannot touch the funny but.
Hey, Grade, there's no explosives in the other room. Why are there guns when we're trying to have a serious discussion about dicks?
There.
Oh, my vision actually came back. Neat.
Hey, you know, I could, being a current robot, I could make everyone that's watching on Twitch and has Google Home Assistant
Question.
hate their life. But
So was that a yes to
Hey
changing?
Google.
don't change them. We'll.
Oh.
Change him.
Hey Google, begin the robot takeover.
I don't have Google.
Fine, but anyone else that would.
I'm
did-
surprised mine didn't hear you.
How long do we want to leave him like that?
Yeah, we can just leave him like that. He's like that for the rest of the show. I'm not helping him.
But now that I know that that does that, it is cheeks.
He can still blow his cheeks up.
Face tracking doesn't want to not move. You missed.
I mean, it's good that the face tracking doesn't want to get frozen because then he could actually mouth help me, and then we could ignore him.
Oh, damn it. Wait.
It probably has to have a system on it.
Oh, I'm not special.
Now that you know.
I mean, you are, but that's a different.
It's a
kind.
different special.
Well, I don't like to talk about how special I am.
So whose line?
Yeah.
Now that we've gone circle. I'm trying to keep it on track of some sort.
Anyway, Batman.
Do we need to somebody? Do we need Rye to release Gray? I think it's I think Gray did this to himself. Why would he do this to himself?
Maybe.
You might need to if he can't save himself.
He could easily message me on Telegram. I'm not going to check it for a while, but he could still do that.
Check it. But Who's Line? We were kind of set up this past Saturday for Who's Line. That was pretty good. We need more, and what we would. It's an open world, man. But the
Oik.
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 Yeah. Who's Line? We
Do
need.
you,
We need.
do you
I'm
usually
going
oik?
I'm going to murder you as I'm trying to say something. The
Oik.
fuck you. You're going to get it later.
The one is not simply.
Oik.
I'm gonna make you kiss boys. So so who's
such a weird threat?
He's dead. So Who's Line? We need more ideas for like scenes from a hat, scenes in general, like, and just like if you have ideas for a questions only scene or a sound effects scene or just things we can use in our games for prompts, that would be helpful. Because right now we're just literally stealing it all from Drew Carey.
I mean, you're taking yours from Drew Carey. I actually have skills as a writer,
I have
and I also have a
none.
list. I have a list of prompts that haven't been used since 2021 when I first started.
We'll just keep
So-
collecting these until we have a pile of cards that stacks.
I
up to the
just
ceiling.
have to keep going into all the documents and removing all the ones that are like exclusively Shiba related.
Yeah. So
Let me back. Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
some
Marin becomes Landshark.
hey Matarin,
Yeah.
you know you have to undo the sneeze guard so he can get back in.
I'll
Yeah.
go undo the sneeze guard.
Yeah, just grab the whole fucking panel and bring it in.
But why? This is funnier.
It's funnier, but you're going to make a lot of work for yourself and others.
This is
Y'all pay me to do.
this is why having children on your
Nobody
staff,
here's being paid to do anything.
That's why I gotta do it the dumbest way possible because it's funnier for me.
Okay, so why did you run back over here to run back over there? Having children on staff is the worst.
Child labor's not
I'm
always
not on
the
your
answer.
staff.
You're not.
I love the Geneva.
You're not my son. My son's Alaskan.
Hey, one person's trash is another man's treasure. Just by the way, you're adopted.
Circle.
How many times over?
I'm just. Every time I look away to try to even say one thing to the camera, I look like guns come out, shrinking guns and transforming systems, and why are we?
Dicks.
Dicks.
Why are we
yes,
here?
Dicks. Dicks are on your mind. Hello, Dicks.
I love that I look over to the video to like see a better view, and as you're scolding him, it's just a volley fish eyes looking in two separate directions. He's like, I did it.
They're heavy rated central.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back, can't stay on a topic. ADHD to the max.
So back to Who's Line.
Back to Who's Line.
Who's
New topic.
New topic. New line.
new topic?
Anyways,
New line. New line. So Who's Line, which is going to be, at the end of the month, we'll do Who's Line again, on the last show of the month, and
I plan on being in that.
Yeah.
Whether you want me
we
to or
are
not.
going. We are going
You
to
can call your dibs and everything. Just show up and
show up early
you're
enough,
usually able to
and
be
you can
pulled
get
in.
you can get pulled in, because we always open all of our shows For the podcasts and the talk
I just want to
shows,
use Matt as a hand puppet.
for the podcasts and the talk shows, we do
Please
everything.
don't put your
And
hand
for
there.
you're talking over me
hand's
in the
already been
middle
there.
of me
I know,
speaking.
and that's the funniest thing on this planet because I have no social
God damn it,
boundaries
Ryan.
at the moment.
You're acting drunk, but you don't drink.
He's going to.
We're going to record that.
Rye, don't screw with me.
I'm trying to work on
And,
your goddamn avatar, asshole. I had to come here and bring you a goddamn tool.
Fantastic. We're already chaos.
Do you remember what you were saying now?
No, I don't.
It's success.
Here, can somebody come take this so you can make sure.
This is why I didn't tell him.
What are we taking?
Take that.
What?
Just make sure you don't hit him with primary. If you do hit him with secondary.
You're a chaos bird.
Yeah, don't hit with that with primary. If you do hit him with secondary.
Alrighty, I'll smack you with two things at once here. Why is the blender here?
Because you know somebody redeemed it.
Sorry, wasn't me.
Raz, I wish this worked on you.
So somebody redeemed the blend him.
Why is this table scuffed to hell?
Why is the table scuffed?
Yeah.
This wasn't even parented to the table.
What the crap is going on in this world?
What's wrong on with you? Let's reset you.
You keep flying all over the place, getting hit by an Avali, getting hit by axes. The Avali keeps shooting you. I don't know who's the problem anymore at this point.
I don't know what he was doing.
Can I be in the blender?
This must be that little... this is his...
Ooh.
We have to cook the fox before we put him in the blender. Here, go in the blender. In the blender. No, you have to put your hand in there. Or... There you go.
Whee!
Okay, we'll delete that. Maybe it's because there's the systems and stuff, but there we go. Enjoy the blender. Do we blend him too?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
When the fox. When the fox. When the fox.
Madarin. You little shit. Madarin.
Let me give you a hand. Hold
Come
on.
over here. No, come
Let me
over
give you a
here.
hand.
Come
No,
over
no,
here, Madarin.
Let me
Madarin.
give you a hand.
When the fox. When the fox. When the
Madarin.
fox.
Chips so bad.
Madarin. Get out of the floor. Dog, out of the floor. Dog, get out of the floor.
Why are you trying to stick a hand up his ass?
That's his third arm. You know, it goes here. It goes like... So... Madarin, I want you to hit the button.
I am getting up the stairs that are very ergonomic for anybody with 2 feet.
Hit the fucking button. Blend him.
Manslaughter.
Yay!
Now
I
you have to
made this
turn
and I
off-
send it to
Now you have
Hop,
to
and
turn
I'm
off
going
the
to hit you with
sneeze
it.
guard again to let him back in, unless you don't want him back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys already showed me where the thing is.
We have to control the sneeze guard properly so we don't have people bum rush the stage. I think Glitch is going to... Why do we have the sleep deprived on our show all the time?
Well, if I know.
You ask somebody whose
I'm
main
free.
occupation beyond his day
I'm
job
free.
is programming.
They showed me where the button
Yeah.
was, so I just did the sneeze guard myself.
Oh god, I'm stuck.
Are you stuck in the sneeze guard?
Yeah.
Zangus, go back into the
Goose.
audience.
Goose is now the equivalent of the fly that got in and doesn't know how to get out. Also, Madeline, bring the fucking panel now.
Fine, I'll go bring.
Yeah,
it
bring the
then.
panel so we can control it. Usually we have somebody in that little control panel room, but we don't today.
Oh, that's what that enables. Don't move. It's funny.
You're
Wait, what did it say?
dummy.
Don't move.
Come back.
Oh, he clicked the fucking button, didn't
He
he?
did.
I did.
He clicked our jump mines button.
There he goes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't turn it off by the way.
I found a Hopeless
Yeah,
quote
you
today,
can't.
edited it, and then I put it on the thing.
Maderin, you are going to get punished later, by the way.
I fell to the fucking world.
We're gonna get out that collar.
That
Ooh.
collar.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Because
a
we
collar
are-
on the dog.
Don't try and put it on your
Hey,
fucking...
no.
No.
If anyone's gonna call him, it's me.
Good gosh.
Do you want to be collared by Gray?
I didn't say anything about it.
No comment means yes.
That's not at all what that means. This does not get lasered.
Yeah, I know it doesn't get lasered.
Okay,
Can
come
it? But do it tool shelf. Now hold
But
on,
do
wait a
not
minute,
tool
hold
shelf.
on. But why not tool shelf?
Because pedal
we-
pickups only, and with you holding it, it also makes me worry that the Avali's going to hit you, delete it, and then we're going to have to reset the world because that is the only copy of the map.
We're all
Don't
worried.
shrink it.
This is why you don't get Matter in the control panel.
Why was it? Why did we tell him to bring it over?
Because he keeps running back and forth and doing dumb shit with it.
He's doing dumb shit with it by bringing it over. Do we need to have like a value user override so he can't access the board anymore?
Welcome to the final episode of Contact Plus.
Hey, here's his leash.
Okay, I got him.
you earlier.
Okay, I got him. Okay.
I think he might have died. He's not moving.
He's definitely dead. I dropped his leash. He's dead.
He's moving.
Well, you know what that means.
Oh, he's moving.
That he
Okay.
has the same types of brain cells as those cats that once you put like a thing around their scruff, they just fall over.
I somehow got pulled.
Can they hear us?
Yes,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, can you fucking idiots hear us?
Yes.
Can they hear
Oh.
us?
Who can hear us?
Can Twitch hear us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. There's your
Wow.
answer.
I mean, you're
No,
quiet,
no.
but we can hear you, so Twitch will hear you in the background.
I'm trying not to. What is it? Where did
Apparently, Uri cannot actually hear them at all.
You're
I
just
forget that they actually have like flying enabled in this map. I can be total gremlin.
you are a gremlin over there. Okay, while he's dead, I'm just going to hold him like this. He's this is my dog. Everybody
They'll not let us over there, right?
cannot hear any of you. Yeah, exactly. Not can't. Twitch says they can't hear anyone.
Swag.
Apparently, I don't remember how those work.
You have to be subscriber and other stuff.
Okay.
You have to give us money. Okay, then. We were... I forgot how short his leash is. I'm gonna move over there. Okay. Yes, as it should be, the audience chatter can sometimes ruin things. That's why you guys are quiet out there. We need to have a button to mute them, too, at some point. If they get really rowdy. He subscribed so he can attack us.
Correct.
I mean, you also let us like shout and stuff.
We don't allow you to. You just have the ability.
We We can still kick you.
You're not allowed to speed on the highway. You have the ability, you're just not
Yeah.
allowed.
That is something you can control, though. Like, you can set.
Yeah,
certain
we
rules
can.
To not be able to shout.
Yeah, it's something that can be done, but why would we when stories can happen?
Yeah, we can ask the audience things sometimes. The audience, though,
This is Neos. It runs on an honor system.
That one was not me.
that was my glitch. That was.
I'm not really hit.
Like,
You might want to turn off Zeusing.
Things, one of which is that.
Nah.
Did they kill him?
To be honest, it's the only Twitch command I remember because I always
Might
hit
wanna-
Nexon with it.
Turn off Zeusing because it can get kind of annoying when you have a sneeze guard and you have to turn on and off all the time. Unless we value user override, our people, and when we have sneeze guard on, that our staff can always get through it. But that's another thing we need to work on our set. We are way fucking distracted. ADD's happening everywhere that we go.
What,
We are
ADD
off
with me
topic.
in the room? No, never.
Well, welcome back to
ADHD.
technical difficulties.
Send dudes. Apparently,
And dudes.
you are multiple dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Why'd he die?
He's back. So we got that dog back, and
Yeah. Other
Anyhow.
dog's hiding. I couldn't grab him.
I misspelled it.
Do you want me to go play fetch with him?
Oh.
anyhow,
Wait.
what were we even talking about other than Whose Line?
Getting Alkali, Boozy, Pandas,
Well,
and
we definitely need to get Alkali back, and that is in
So-
progress.
Yeah.
Dick.
Oh
We're
wait,
talking about
we were
Dick.
talking about the next Who's Line and getting people off of the.
So we'll
The
definitely
audience.
want Alkali, Zanny, Pandas, Pepper, if Pepper can handle
VR.
being in VR. If not, maybe
So
just
basically,
desktop
replace all
them.
of it yourselves with.
But
We've already basically merged a bunch with Metamovie. Why not also drag Dragit Show in?
might as well. We can get the Drag It Show people around. That'll be more fun. But the next
Like
Whose
hell,
Line-
I also kind of want to drag Furcast in, but like I still feel that
Who?
there's a lot of bad blood between Paradox and Pharaoh.
Wait, what's Percast?
Furcast was a Saturday talk show thing, a lot more podcasty that ran from, I want to say, it probably ran for like a decade or so. It was a couple buddies of mine in New York, or more so a buddy and other people, because I don't know if Paradox likes me, which I mean,
We got that tuber drama.
Is this show
I mean, well, no,
Is this
it's
show a
not as
place
much
for
drama
top-notch drama?
as the fact that I was an annoying little shit back in the day, and me and Pharaoh are both blue and chaos, and we bond on that shit.
Wait, you're
So
blue?
one of my favorite memories was my first Anthrocon. I had my badge and I flipped it over. And I go and I'm chatting with Pharaoh, and Paradox comes by and we're sitting and chatting for a little while. Matter, and what the fuck is that? Why is
Oh, you can- you can-
Matteran's head on a stick?
Why?
You can blame me for that one. Oh wait, that reminds me. He told me to do that on stage.
Never
I
Come
just
here,
have
heard the
it.
Story.
Hold on, here we go. We'll just
That actually reminds me. He wanted me to do something to you on camera.
Does this still have the head proxies?
no.
No.
You know what happened to French royalty, right?
I'm going
Yes.
to murder you.
You're just Marie Antoinetting him?
Yep. Where is it?
Well, so as I was saying, for my first Anthrocon, I'm sitting back, I'm chatting with Pharaoh and Paradox, and I have my badge hidden. And after a little bit, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Glitch. Pharaoh's all happy, Paradox fucking leaves.
That's tough.
I'm like, ooh, he don't like me.
I had to let him go.
Yeah.
14.
Why was it Lego?
Cause we had to Lego him.
Need to be let go. Not the bees. Actually, if the bees are around Matarin and it's just like at his head proxy, it's kind of fitting.
Hmm.
Why?
Hmm.
I am the blue doggo now. Both sides of it.
Hmm.
Is it 1B down here? So it tells me where he is.
Darn.
I wonder, am I? No, I'm not able to save it. I was going to use it for things.
You should totally make it so that head is always staring at the actual person.
Matarin's here, by the
No.
way.
Like if Matarin is in the session, then that head will always be looking at him.
Yeah, make the eyes constantly look, or just the whole thing rotate toward him.
A little like voodoo Matarin detector.
Matarin, stop being a little gremlin. We need to talk about things.
Oh, I thought of something that I'd want to
We're-
say regarding this,
Wait, is this
but
not proof?
me and Zan, not Zangoose, me and Zan found out something about this one. He's never seen Labyrinth.
Huh? Oh, we talking about me or?
Yeah, you've never seen Labyrinth.
No, I don't know what Labyrinth is.
This man doesn't
I'm
know the
going-
glory of David Bowie's cock piece.
I'm going.
Talk.
I'm going to force Matarin to sleep before shows.
No.
I'm the one that's sleep deprived. I don't know what this fucker's on.
Sleep deprivation, I think, as well.
I
No.
slept a total of what, 3 hours?
That's sleep
You
deprivation.
had slept 4 hours. I had slept
Well, I
2
tried to make
minutes
you
in the
go to
past.
bed, so
Not
So-
2 minutes.
so
30
the-
minutes in the past
Yeah.
48 hours.
Yeah. So Glitch, you are somewhat functional on no sleep.
I
am
dysfunctional.
Matarin is not. Matarin is not functional on no sleep.
Who needs alcohol when sleep deprivation?
Do we? Okay, we need to vote. Do we send Matarin to bed? Do we tuck him in at night?
I can tuck him in.
Hey yo, should we just have this should we just change this stream's format to Dan Harmon's format when he got shingles?
I don't know what that is.
So Dan Harmon is half of Rick and Morty and everything. On his podcast, when he got shingles, what he did is he left like the chairs for the guests and everything, but on the stage that he had set up, he just like bought a bed from IKEA and Minecraft sheets and just would lay in bed.
We need to make it so we can actually put somebody to sleep.
I want the fucking Dan Harmon Minecraft bed here.
I would like definitely need him to go to sleep at some point.
Why are these series so janky?
I am confused. This was supposed to be a robot takeover, but it was just a dog that's going more chaos than a chaos chicken.
I can be a robot if you want.
The robot takeover.
Chaos chicken.
Sure.
Okay. I can deal with this chaos.
Robot.
Yeah, you could deal with this chaos because
I
that
said
one's
this
local
chaos.
enough.
I
You're
said
that
this
one's
chaos,
local
not
enough
that
that you
chaos.
can. That one is local to you. That one is within dick kicking range.
That I could just go to his house and just kick him and then leave.
Yeah.
Just like it's like Raspberry, you were being a dick in the show. Hold on a second. And just
Did someone fucking like suction cup?
Yeah, there's suction cups
You-
being shot.
just better than
What the
decapitation.
fuck is going on over there?
I don't know anymore, and I don't care. About all the fun shit that's going on here, but
Oh, that reminds me.
we completely changed topics so fast that I have to like backtrack onto topics. I don't remember what we said about them.
Yeah, it's the pain of being ADD, ADHD. I know.
Like we'll put out 5 different topics, say like a minute on each topic, and then just keep cycling through them. And if you cut the episode up enough, you could probably make about 10 minutes per topic throughout the entire episode.
Oh god. Our show is just the raw data for Sleepy Cabin. That's
So-
adorable.
So, dick pics.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot about dick pics.
So what about Richard?
And why does he get so many pictures sent to people?
Why
Tell me about Richard.
do people? Why? Like,
Show me
I
on the
don't
weird
understand.
meta movie plant where Richard touched you.
yeah.
Oh, do you want me to get out?
I don't understand.
No.
Being an asexual, I don't understand why people do certain things with sexual stuff. I really don't. How do
Wait,
you...
are all of you asexual?
No,
Yeah.
I am.
Well,
I am. Which is.
Well, I mean, I know you're not asexual. We already found out that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be straight. And he's supposed to be gay.
Wait, who's supposed to be gay?
The one with rainbows.
Asbury. And then what have we
What the
figured
fuck?
Newt to be? Because
Pan.
Newt started off
Started
started off straight and Newt's still new enough in the fandom, isn't he?
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
We get to watch.
Watch
He's
his
going to not
discovery.
be Pan for long.
We get to watch
it's
him
always how it
adjust.
goes. It's
I
always
kinda
how
wanna
it
make a
goes.
kitchen
You
joke.
join the fandom, you're straight as fuck, and then you're like, maybe a little bi, then you're Pan, then you go around a little bit, and then like you bounce between bi, pan, and gay.
You bounce around
Just
until you settle in.
never going near straight, and then some of us just fall into, fuck it, and just
Fuck it.
ace.
Never, we just don't.
We
Fant,
get to
is
fall on
Fant-
the opposite end of the bell curve.
is Fant like the only one here that's not a furry? Like he's just surrounded by furries? Because he doesn't have a furry avatar, so I would imagine he's not actually a furry. He's just surrounded by us.
Suddenly, degeneracy.
You know who would be the funniest person to find out isn't a furry? Alcohol.
I bought it last night.
That would be so
Wait,
shocking.
what'd you do?
I was gonna say Fructius, but
Zip. What Fant? What'd you say?
I bought a furry last night.
You bought a furry? Did you buy a furry avatar or did you buy a furry?
Avatar.
Okay, I was gonna say
Okay.
it could be two completely different things.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of furries that would happily.
Yeet.
What's
I-
yeah.
I will admit I have been off like twice to help a Second Life sim stay up.
We could probably tone down on the plungers. As we are discovering about Fant's furry adventures.
Yes, clip the Avali's wings so he can't escape us.
But the so
Oh no, I have something else for that.
oh, this is another thing about like when you're introduced to the furry community, you start straight, you turn bi, pan, blah blah blah. Then there's the other people that like they are not furries, and then they're surrounded by furries, and then they go like, it seems okay, and then they get into that whole cycle of chaos.
I will send you to Jesus.
I always enjoy things like that.
We can't have a
So-
normal podcast because people bring out random shit all the time.
This is fucking news.
This
We
is-
can't have a normal podcast because if we decide to have the in-person podcast,
we
he's
can't bring out
probably
all
going
this
to be-
shit.
if we have an in-person podcast, which is eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, cut his hands off.
Yeah, if
It's fine.
if and when we do an in-person podcast, I
I
have a
love how he
feeling
doesn't look down to see
that
that I actually did.
Raspberry is going to be the same as me in like saying nothing or being too shy for too long. Mattern might do fine. You're an extrovert. You'll do just fine. Newt will be a little bit confused for a
Did you not
while.
believe I cut your hand off?
I made a unique threat to Mattern this morning that will get him drunk and take him to a Home Depot and make him knock on doors while drunk.
That's so mean.
No,
Ooh,
Mattern,
Magic's
no,
necklace.
no.
Click the while loop.
If you
Go ahead.
you better no,
Click the while loop and end us.
Mattern.
Okay.
No,
Why? What does it do?
Joy.
it crashes the world.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
Well, a proper while loop like that will crash the world.
Fine. Take this.
Mattern, we're trying to have a show.
I swear, officer, there's nothing in my hands. Okay, nothing.
So, Mattern, you will be punished later. It's fine.
Okay, Sans.
Oh, I have a whip. We can do that.
No,
after the show, after the
There's-
show, we are
There's
going.
there's clearly a little bit of a feud going on here. So I have a question for the
Wait, is that
two
what
of you. Raspberry and Mattern, what size boxing gloves are you?
Toddler.
Oh, so we're gonna have a fight?
I kind of want to have them have a fight.
Mattern used to be nice and calm in the mug, and then he's gotten chaotic more as it gone on. He can't stay
I could
still.
not even hear that.
What happened to you?
Well, you see, what happens is you blended the calm out of me.
We want to blend the chaos out of you because otherwise we're gonna have to turn you into an Avali.
Well, then you have to unblend.
We're going to turn you into an Avali.
I can turn him into a circle.
I could quickly look for some great photos that I have.
The
I'm
amount
gonna
of
go
death
turn him
this
into a stripper.
episode. The amount of death this episode. There's a feud in the chaos. The chaos chicken wants to do something with Mattern. I don't know what. Fight. One person has to be the most chaotic.
Where is he? Matt, where are you? I need to.
I'm going to install the 50 caliber deleter. Mattern.
You know, I'm actually kind of
wait.
impressed how tolerant and how patient I am in VR. Because outside of VR, I'm actually pretty violent and punchy lately.
Mattern, why don't you come over here and enjoy and actually take part of the conversation we were going to talk about if we're having a podcast in real life instead of going absolutely chaos, and you can join in the
wait.
conversation too.
I actually just remembered something. Can I talk about it for a minute?
Yes.
Taking your
That's
phone
okay.
off.
Can I kill him?
We just need to slap the bird and then the bird will calm down.
Okay.
Don't kill. Just a light slap on the face.
Okay.
I said slap, not murder. Give your stomp back. Okay, about if we have a podcast live. So I'm not as extroverted as you think I may be, because I'm a socially anxious fuck.
You're a socially anxious fuck. You also are a drinker, and I explained to Madeline this morning that a lot of socially anxious people drink to fix it. I am slightly in that category, but if I do that, it will cause an endless loop of I won't be able to leave the party because I
Drink.
will not touch a vehicle within 24 hours of taking a drink. And if I don't leave, I'm going to need to drink to be able to be wherever I'm stuck. And so, because I'll need that drink, I won't be able to drive a car. And it will be an endless loop, and then I'm living on someone's couch drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
That's really unhealthy.
They-
You really should not be
It is
doing that.
It's unhealthy.
It is very unhealthy. So
Like-
I don't
Like, that's
drink all
actually
that often.
legitimately concerning. You
The
really
only-
need to not do that.
The only
Yeah.
really concerning part would be the fact that if your friends never ever stopped drinking either, and then
So-
nobody's sober, so you're not the only one drunk on your couch.
Yeah, when you drink more than alcohol, it's a problem.
Me,
Agreed.
I only drink like Alkali had their Jackbox thing, and there was the what is it? Enough About You, whatever it is. The you don't know Jack, enough about you, or whatever. And one of them had
I
you had
have
to say
the
It's a fibbage.
fibbage.
Enough about you.
Yeah, fibbage enough about you. And so I had one of those things you have to tell one truth and one lie about yourself, right? And let's see, my truth was my truth and lie together are I've been shocked by 120 volt AC, been line locked onto it, and that I drink a lot. Which one's the truth and which one's the lie?
False.
I don't drink a lot. So that's the lie.
Depends on a
says
lot.
the man with the chalice of death who made me drink
Yes.
enough to join the Blue Angels.
Yes. Just because I drink doesn't mean I drink a lot.
I know.
So I have had
Are there pink
liquor.
ankles?
I have had liquor in my liquor cabinet for long enough that I had to wonder if it was still good.
Isn't liquor one of those things
It
that's
doesn't
supposed to
really-
corrode?
It doesn't really go bad because its alcohol content's too high. It will change its flavor, like a fresh rum versus like a rum that's 5 years old. The flavor will change, but like it's not unsafe to drink. You can still drink it.
What about a bottle of vinegar that used to be wine?
Yeah, that's gone, but it's still drinkable. That's not gonna kill you. most of the
If
time.
you have a bottle of vinegar that used to be wine,
I
I'm
think
going to be
wine-
angry at you
Alcohol
because
content's
you
too
don't
low.
know how to store your alcohol.
Well, it depends on what kind of wine. Like, there's red and white wine, and I don't remember which one, but one of them turns into vinegar, and the other just ages.
No, both of them.
Okay, I don't
They
know
both
wine.
can
I'm
age.
sorry.
They both
No,
can.
no. So here's the thing: both of them turn into vinegar. White will turn into vinegar faster than red, but both of them will turn into vinegar. You do not store your wines up and down. You have to store them on their side so that the cork stays saturated.
Yes, I have wine racks with that. I put my mead and stuff in to keep the cork.
I
Saturated.
had to scold a friend, and he had to replace so much of his alcohol
Yeah.
box because he was like, "Oh, I've got Choco Vine." I'm like, "When did you open it?" He's like, 4 weeks ago." I'm like, "That's not Choco Vine anymore. That's vinegar." And he's like, "No, it's fine. I also have this." I'm like, "Is that an open bottle of wine?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "How old?" 7 weeks. Vinegar. He's like,
Yeah.
"No, it's not." I'm like, "All right." And I grab the bottle, pop the cork, pour, but I'm like, "Drink. What is it?"
Yeah, so like I don't drink all that much. I drink at a con, I drink socially. So if I have friends over, I'll drink a little bit to kind of like
Yeah.
make my speech not be stupid. And if I go to cons,
Wait, what?
my speech be stupid. I'll go to cons, and then to get over the social anxiety about going out and hanging out with people, going to parties, and not caring about what the fuck I say, I'll drink.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I don't get addicted because I can
Drink
go
is a social
stop.
lubricant.
And
If you drink to get drunk, you're doing it wrong.
Yes.
And definitely have a lot of rules.
What?
I have rules. I don't get addicted because I drink it as a social lubricant because I know I'm being stupid. But when you're in your brain still will be like, "Fuck you, sir," even though you know.
Like,
my brain don't do no good no more.
So it helps me in my social situations, but I try not to drink to the point where I get bad.
Like, okay, I just want to like say here, like, before a con, I just asked my doctor if I can have like a small Xanax prescription so I can like deal with that.
I'd rather
Why
do
drink?
alcohol because you have a lot of fun on alcohol.
No. Here's one of the other things. You have a doctor.
Yeah, you have a doctor too. Alcohol's cheaper for me. And it tastes better, and then it gives me something to do because I'm like that old Irishman at a bar that you'll just sit there and talk your ear off and continue drinking. If I'm talking with somebody, I need to have something in my hand to be drinking.
I haven't had a doctor or medical insurance since May of 2019 or March of 2019.
Yeah,
Jeez.
you've had it later than me.
Yeah.
I haven't had medical insurance or a doctor since 2016.
Yeah.
What's insurance?
Yeah, I don't have insurance at all. I pretty much say if I cut my own arm off or something, that I'm going to attach it myself with staples and duct tape, because like it's cheaper, and I don't care if it falls off. That was my own mistake for cutting my arm off. So
yeah.
Most of my stuff, like I'll have things that need stitches, and I just don't. Or if they do need stitches, I might just like super glue and not medical super glue, just like regular super glue on it, and it usually holds it together enough.
A lot of things in my life and my mindset are very morbid.
Yeah, so like I'm covered in scars and phantom pains is just because I don't treat my body correctly and I don't use doctors. If I'm not dying, I won't go to a doctor. It's just cheaper that way.
As a mortician, you people horrify me.
I mean, the fun thing is I have run my hand through a bandsaw.
I used to strap alligator clips to different parts of my body and run an electric current through to power a light bulb and see how far I could get the alligator clips away from each other before it stops working.
So,
I mean, that's perfectly normal.
Yeah. The cool thing about when you run your hand through a bandsaw is...
Just don't use it with a car battery.
The
car battery, but then you gotta also lay on a mattress.
It's not the voltage, it's the amperage.
They're correlated because of Ohm's law. You have to have the right resistance. Your body is too high resistance for the voltage to actually overcome it.
Trust us, we're smarter idiots than you.
Car battery, right?
No, car battery is 12 volts. What is Ohm's law?
I missed my chair.
Yeah,
he did.
He just zoomed out. Didn't answer what Ohm's law is, but Ohm's law on my brain.
I may or may not be kind of high right now.
Yeah, Ohm's law will dictate the voltage amount that's going to give the amperage. Yes, you only need a couple milliamps across your heart to kill you, but like.
Your heart is also going to fuck up with a lot of volts and things.
You can have
any electric.
You can have your arm as an isolated circuit, and you'll be fine. Like if your arm is an isolated circuit, your leg's an isolated circuit. As long as it doesn't go across your heart, you won't get death from it. But it's very easy to have it go across your heart because when I was line locked on 120 volt, I was holding one in each hand.
Oh wait, we were talking about Jackbox.
We were. But when I got
We were talking about a lot of
of
things.
things, and when I got line locked onto 120 volts,
Where'd my
and
dog go?
had to be saved. It went across my chin and jawline instead of going down
No.
across here. And it was full on lock where you feel like the 60 hertz going through you. That was fun. But you don't need that much voltage to do that. You have just enough voltage going across, and it's mostly across your skin, and it might go through your muscles a little bit. That locks you up, like tenses you.
How many times have you been electrocuted?
A lot.
I don't think either of us have
Like-
enough fingers to count anymore.
Like, wait, do you not know how many times?
No, I've been electrocuted enough that it's probably well over 100.
Okay, you must be even more unsafe than me somehow.
I work.
So here's the thing. I can name some of the like big times that I've done it, but it's innumerable because I also
I mean,
live.
while working with wires and shit.
I
Of course.
live in I live in a rural area where when you are bored, you play who can hold the cattle fence the longest.
Right. Again, 12 volt, 20 amp. You're not going to hit 20 amp across your heart. It's just physically impossible by Ohm's law. If you hit 12 volts.
Hang on. I can hear it through the slight like murmurs of you. You're trying to figure out the dangers in that, and the danger in that is if you grab onto the cattle fence or horse fence, what's going to happen is you're probably going to grab tighter and tighter and tighter on it because you're going to have your muscles want to tighten on it.
Automotive ignition systems, though, operate in much higher voltage, and they can cause arrhythmia in your heart. But not the 12 volt system, because that's DC. DC and AC operate completely different on your body.
I got to buy something a week ago. I went around yard sales and everything, and I was able to buy a Ford ignition while I was hunting for locks to picking and trainings with.
I mean, I like playing the game of shocking people with an ignition coil. You know the old yes. There's old V6s that used to have the old GMs. They have a waste spark ignition.
I can already see the pain in him, so I'm going to bring up the more fun game.
Right, wait.
You ever play disassemble the disposable camera and who can touch the flash?
Right. You just said spark plug wire. That's secondary ignition. That's not 12 volts. That's randomly around 50,000 to 100,000, 150,000 volts. That's way more than 12 because that's after the ignition coil. That's how much automotive ignitions are.
If you know what you're doing, you can turn the flash of a disposable camera into a taser.
You see, I was only trained as an apprentice electrician, so all my electrocutions were with like mains.
Yeah, mains, 120 volt main is actually not terrible. It's the AC that fucks you up because they act differently on your body because...
My count was 37 times, by the way. No, 39 times.
Yeah. But being
No,
hit...
wait, no. 41.
I've been hit by automotive ignition a lot.
I have minor brain damage.
I know how that feels. It's just a quick tense, like, you just pull your hand like, bah! And that's about all it really does. Unless you get locked. You can't really lock onto it because of the way it rapidly does your muscles. But if
I can say my latest electric fuck up. I didn't get electrocuted on, surprisingly. I caught the power cable while trimming the hedges.
If you get electrocuted by a car ignition system and you end up using your waist to have the full connection back, you are sterile for about 4 days. So if you want to,
I
if you
don't
want to
like
have
the knowledge that you probably electrocuted yourself, and then we're like, "Hey, Keela."
So if you want to have sex and not have kids and want to not wear a condom, go get hit by an automotive electrical ignition system. Make sure your
I'm gonna
dick
hop out of
I mean-
here.
is the dick is the
Okay, bye.
Okay, goodbye. Make sure your dick is the ground
As I
electrode.
sent matter into the back rooms.
Hooray! Now, I noticed it's got really quiet and calm in here. But
Yeah, because Matt didn't die.
he's just there. He's just died. I think he fell asleep.
No, he's literally not in his body. That is AFK matter right
I know
now.
it is AFK Matterin, but I think he fell asleep like in the back rooms.
I would
Like,
I
ooh, back
have.
rooms.
actually.
Oh wait, that reminds me of the thing I was gonna fucking say. Like, I'm really looking forward to the next Who's Lion thing because I've never actually done a Who's Lion
Yeah.
like on stage. Like, I've always been the audience person, and since you guys aren't a Who's Lion at
Mm.
a massive convention like MFF, which is the only one that I can go to,
Yeah.
then it seems like the perfect place for me to practice before I later this year actually volunteer for Who's Lion in front of like 1,000 people.
I will
Ray,
say.
did you see my my decade-long timeline?
I will.
check the Drag It Show chat. You'll see it.
Yeah. I will say between
At me
I've
with
done
it
it.
because I'm gonna forget to look.
I've done.
Yeah, I will.
I've done Who's Line. I've done Who's Lion and the Who's Line thing, and like the big groups, small groups, stuff like that at a con. What we do, it is way different at a con. It's
Mhm.
the improv feeling like when you're doing it on stage at like when there's like 20 people on stage at once, because sometimes they'll call like that many people up. The whole experience is different. Because he's not grabbable. Because like one thing I've run into, especially when Scenes from a Hat, when they call so many people up, you'll put your hand up like, come on, come to me with the microphone so I can say my idea. It takes them too long to get to you, and if your brain is fully ADD like mine, you'll completely forget what you were going to say. You have to like keep the momentum going. It's hard to keep it in your brain. You have to keep it all in your brain, and when you do it in a smaller group, such as you missed, doing a smaller group such as what we do, you can do it much more smoothly because there's only a couple people on stage. So the other side of doing that is he's not even paying attention. He just wants to grab Matterin. I
am paying attention.
The other side of the Who's Line with what we do is that more of the attention is on you. So if you aren't quick with your brain, then you could lock up like on stage, which is increases the difficulty in a different sense. Like you don't have that.
It happened to me like probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Last week. I know that it's noticeable on my end, probably not as noticeable to some people.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in Alkali's mind, he was looking at when I would lock up and goes, "Aw, how adorable."
Oh.
He's not prepared.
Yeah, like I've locked up on stage too, but you kind of have to like you have to try to keep momentum. You have to keep moving. Like that's the biggest thing when doing improv is like anything that's dead air is bad. So then you just keep saying, you keep speaking, you keep saying, you just keep
like a live streamer.
You just keep going and going and going, and even if it's just brain farting, like spilling your brain out, that's no thought, just do.
It's thought diarrhea.
Yeah, you just go blah, and you just put it out, and then you don't have that dead air, and you're.
Then you get canceled on Twitter.
Eviscerate the proletariat. But
I am very tired.
go to sleep.
We know.
Go to sleep. We'll put you in bed. We'll tuck you in.
I have so much I need to do still.
Go to sleep. You're too tired.
There's stuff I need to do still.
Baby got over his little teething, and now he needs a nap.
Here's one of the things that you'll need to learn. Nothing in life fucking matters. Yeah, you can put time limits on things, but if you're driving to work and you're like, oh no, I'm going to be late, you have that sudden realization of, I could either be 10 minutes late or an hour late. Fuck it, I'm getting Dunkin' Donuts.
When you're late, and you just go, fuck it, I need to actually go there.
Actually, the fuck it, I'm getting Dunkin' Donuts is a whole lot better. Because if you know that you're going to be late, go out of your way and pick up a whole bunch of donuts. And then when you show up, you're not the person that's late, you're the person that came with fucking donuts. And nobody's mad.
Yeah, I was late because I was waiting for donuts.
Sorry, I was late because they needed to get me the rest of the donuts. And then nobody gives a shit. It's
they got
like,
fucking donuts.
Like we're not mad.
Talking like as an automotive mechanic, my favorite is when a customer comes in with like a dozen donuts just with their car, and they go like, "Here, have some donuts." And I'm just like, "Fuck yes, thank you, customer." That's like makes me so happy. Just give us donuts. Pizza is another thing. Like when a customer buys you pizza for lunch, they come in just with pizza, and just
one of my
really
buddies.
Happy.
One of my buddies, I don't know the list because like I stopped being friends with him in like 2020-ish. He had a really fucking great running tab of food in lieu of payment as a locksmith. Like, at one point, he got into, like, some old lady's house for her, and she was like, here's an entire fucking pot of soup. And he's like, this is awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Matt is a good puppy.
I've had customers give us whole barbecue spreads. One of them used to own a barbecue chain restaurant. So he would just show up with his car and with just like giant platters of barbecue ribs and like corn and just like, here, take this with my car and have food. Like, oh my god.
One of the things that I kind of wonder on what the logistics of what I want to do. I know that I have picked on Kage, Alkali, and Boozy enough that I owe each of them drinks for sure. Kage's easy.
Okay,
That's a Riesling. Alkali's easy as well. That's more than likely Patron.
Or Everclear.
Yeah, or Everclear, but I don't know where to get Everclear, and I worry that when I find where to get Everclear, it's going to be heck for me.
Well, easy. You drink the whole bottle, and then you forget the next 2 days.
Here is the idea.
Alcohol, bottom shelf.
Here is the idea for what I kind of want to do in like the alcohol that I will give Boozy. I will give him an IOU because we live in a similar enough area, and it will be you're coming by my area to pick this up, mostly because I have to find through the friends of friends which place has it. But I want to just hook him up with a couple mason jars of watermelon moonshine. Yeah.
Matt is a really good footrest.
You know, it looks like all you see on the camera is matter and. What the happened to the camera?
Power outage.
What happened to the camera?
You just had to say something
now
about the camera, didn't you?
You actually see out of my views. Hold on. Great camera streaming. There we go. Hi guys, the camera died. Here we go. That's better. Hi. I don't know what happened to the camera. Like it just stopped. It just left. It just dead. That's a glitch we need to figure out what's going on with it, because it's happened multiple
No,
times.
that's a glitch.
I have to remake the camera here. Hold on.
No, the stickers on Minecraft are a glitch, and we
Actually,
don't
hold
know
on.
how we got in there.
I'm getting up for a second. Oh. Where did I go? I'm dead now. Why am I over here? Why?
I feel like I owe a bunch of
happened?
different people drinks, and with Kage, it is I've owed him a drink for a while because I was like, hey. I want to buy you a bottle of wine, and he's like, "How old are you?"
Guys.
I'm like, "I'm not 21 yet. I'm like,
That
I'm in my teens." And he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to even accept the money for a bottle of wine." This is also so while he was local because Kage also was in PA, and I'm like, there is a vineyard down the street that has really good wine. I'm too young to know, but I know, and I
Make
think
sure to keep
all of
Matt
us
out
know
of shot.
why.
It's the same shot as before. I just put the new camera in. So that should work. Hi guys, this should be working fine now.
In case the camera's wondering, I'm saying Matt was my foot.
We don't know because it's not actually showing on the things.
Yeah, that died. I'm looking at my own setup now. It's okay. We only have another 20 minutes, so we don't need to monitor it, I guess. But
I think I'm probably gonna come next week.
Yeah.
And the week after. And the
you
week
can't
after.
you can't just like insert yourself on the show all the time, though. We got to have variety of people.
Yeah, like inserting
Okay,
on the
fine,
show.
I'll come every other week. Fine.
Doesn't inserting on the show doesn't work all the time.
You can sing out in the audience with us too and make comments.
Yeah.
So by audience, you mean
On that side
right
of the...
behind this wall?
No, on that side of the sneeze guard.
Well, I just can't be seeing the camera.
You can hug. You can hug fans.
I'll make a deal with you.
Cuddle fans in the audience.
If you can figure out the usual door codes whenever we have the guest things, you're able to watch from the green room downstairs.
But you have to figure out the door codes.
Well, I know what I'm doing for the next 20 minutes.
The door codes change.
Yeah. If we have the door codes are supposed to change. There's the default code, and we can leave the default code as the default code. If we know that we're going to have guests on, we'll set the codes.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's usually a default.
Let me guess, it's Alkali's birthday.
No. I don't know his...
We
Do I know his...
We
Wait,
don't know that.
How do you not know Alkali's birthday?
Because we don't do that. We don't just know. I barely know my birthday. Why would I know his?
Wait, what's your birthday?
I only usually remember my birthday because it's on a fucking holiday.
My birthday is the day that I get cake.
Matter
So
is
it's tomorrow.
drifting away in the fucking river next to it.
Okay. We are... The robot takeover has happened. Materin's dead.
Materin's dead. He deserved it.
Fine. We've already had our... I need to figure out why the video... Why does that camera just delete itself? Like... The one that's in the world just deletes itself. It's not like it deletes itself in like a predictable way. It's like randomly when someone leaves, it might randomly decide to say, "I don't want you to be here anymore," and it deletes. And it doesn't seem to be a single person. It just seems to be like a flip of the coin that it's just going to delete when someone leaves.
Also, I should probably say that I meant the being here week after week against your will thing as a joke. Okay, it's just like my brain finally realized, oh wait, maybe people don't get that.
Maybe people don't get... Maybe people don't. Wow, I'm now looking at the picture in my dashboard here of what's being broadcast. Why do people watch this?
I don't know. Why did I spend the last few days watching your backlog?
Why did
Why am I not allowed to use the bathroom at my friend Max's house?
Because I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't be out of whatever. And then I saw what you guys actually do, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah, what we
Yeah.
actually do. We founded this company on Taint Visuals, so that's what we do.
Well, I personally like paint, so
Paint or taint?
which one did you say?
Taint.
Taint.
Oh, I like paint.
Oh, you don't like taint?
Well, maybe this one.
Tainted taint.
Taint. Taintment. I forgot what we were talking about again before all the chaos happened with our everything.
Do we just want to restart the show?
Something about
Hey
dick pics.
guys, hi guys, welcome to Contacts Plus.
Oh wait, I remember. You want to talk about why people send dick pics for some reason.
I still don't
Because-
understand sexual people,
Dicks.
but there's not enough
We-
sexual people here to explain why sexual people do things.
Here, have a dog.
And
don't-
me.
I would say we could ask
Let's get Vance up here now.
whatever week we get Alkali on, we could have Alkali explain the logic and science of dick pics. But
Well-
he's a bullshit artist, so
Yeah, we can't have Alkali explain it to us.
The only thing he'd be able to explain is how dildos stick to fridges.
he'll by not hitting the wall next to it.
Yeah, so
Oh wait, that reminds me. I need to show him the throwing dildo I made. Where's that? Oh wait, no, I can't show it on camera. Wait.
what are you
I
doing?
I have already I've got like 5 of the stable diffusion confusion prompts regarding Alkali just about done. One
Wait,
of the
what?
ones that I know I won't do. So
Yeah,
Alkali
don't-
enjoyed
What's the
the
stable
idea.
diffusion thing you did?
Don't release what you're gonna do, but like
I won't release what I'm going to do, but I will say one prompt that wouldn't work.
what?
Stable diffusion just will not understand Furby getting stabbed with a screwdriver. So I
Oh.
can't
I
do
can-
one for
What are we
Zanny.
stabbing for?
Hold on. I can
We're
get
not
you
stabbing
stable
Fur.
diffusion.
Fur sometimes might deserve it, but
I
Fur
can
needs to
give
be on our
you-
show before he dies.
I can get you a Furby being stabbed
I'm
by
pretty
a
sure that
knife.
he's immortal.
I have a stable diffusion thing that doesn't use the one in
I mean, have you
Neos.
seen all the things that's happened to
Then
him?
maybe. I have. Okay, so one of the things that I love the most about how ridiculous Fur's life is, me and a bunch of Neos users are sitting and talking about how Fur's life is just never-ending chaos, all the ridiculous shit that's gone on. And I will take full blame, and he knows that I've already taken the blame for it. I'm like, well, at least he's doing okay now, like, for the time being. 2 hours later, hey guys, I got hit by a car leaving 7-Eleven. And I'm like, fuck.
I kind of wanted to hang out with Fur.
I
at
had to
AC,
say
but-
something, and he got hit by a fucking car.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to hang out with Fur at AC. He found our cards at least, but I couldn't find
Yeah.
him. AC was too big. I couldn't find people. I could barely find my friends. So finding certain like specific people was difficult.
I just keep giving him things at cons.
But like, what are you doing?
I brought up with this one that
If we have a live podcast at a con, Matarin needs to sleep. You can't scale down and run away in real life.
No, I'm just too short. I don't have to scale down. I can just run away.
You're gonna be on a stage or in front of a panel room.
is
I'm short
is
as
that
hell.
Fur? I slightly see the hat, but I don't see the
It's just-
vest. Yeah,
He's showing me pictures.
There he is.
I didn't run into him at AC, sadly.
Oh, this was an Elka
So-
and Danny's bedroom party.
Yeah, I didn't go to a bedroom party.
Oh, that brings up the question. Whose house is Basement Con at?
Oh, it's in a cabin in the woods.
It's not even in a cap basement. It's just, I think it's just an
Okay.
anti-con.
Okay. Because like I've run my own Basement Con and then I stopped and then suddenly I stopped like a year or two before Boozy joined the fandom and then I'm like, oh, now he's doing Basement Cons.
I still want to do our own like United States version of Camp Feral at some point. Like that would be really fun. Just to hang out at a camp with a bunch of people.
I have a campground. I've wanted to do the same thing, and
Well,
I
I
have
don't know any
permission to
club
rent out
shooters.
half of a mountain.
I live in Maine,
Like-
which is in the middle of the wilderness, and I can go further north and just can be completely disconnected from cell phones and everything because they don't work up there. And then we could just
We have a venue. Like we looked at the one, and it's like this is amazing.
I can make them work up there.
But I also
Well, that's
Not legally,
the
but I can
entire
make them
thing.
work.
No, that is
Well,
the
there's no
entire
cell- there's
thing,
no cell
and I
towers.
enjoy hacker camps more. Okay, fuck cell towers. Do you know what they do at hacker camps?
what
You will talk to the phone crews, and they will be like, "All right, you're giving us a beer, and we will run a phone line to whatever the fuck you want." And I have seen them run them to floating boats in the middle of the lake.
the
They will still
problem
run a phone line to there.
Well,
the problem up this way is that there isn't a phone company that serves that. There's
Well,
no electricity.
That's not a phone company. That is hackers doing it.
Yeah, but there's no electricity. There's
Again,
no there's
that
no
is
town.
a fixable problem.
There's no town.
That is a
It's an
fixable
unorganized
problem.
territory.
we have hot air balloons and satellite dishes.
Yeah.
If you don't
You-
understand how that fixes
If
it,
you guys
then-
if you guys could actually figure out how in an unorganized territory it doesn't have GPS, it doesn't have anything to
it
get.
doesn't have GPS. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's not. It's literally you can't act like the GPS thinks you're in the middle of the wilderness. There's no roads.
Because you are.
Yeah, there's no roads. There's no town. Because
Do you not? I think you are missing.
so the GPS
He
you'd
doesn't.
have an
He
off-
doesn't
you'd have to
understand.
have an
He doesn't
off-roader
understand what
GPS.
I'm talking about for hacker camping.
Unless you fucking.
I will have to show him.
Unless you set up a fucking satellite,
Yeah.
because you can bounce them off of satellites and get satellite phone. That's the only thing that
Okay,
exists out there.
I'm curious. What do you mean by GPS? Because like,
There's no directions. I'm not talking about like off-roading GPS.
no. Well, when I talk about GPS, I'm talking about the fucking satellites.
Yes, but
When
I'm
when
talking about like
GPS, I'm talking about geocaches and
I'm
shit.
talking about your fucking TomToms and your TomToms and Google Maps and shit like that people would normally associate right now with
TomTom
GPS.
isn't even here.
But that's what people normally associate with GPS. I'm not talking about the people that go off road. I'm not talking about the people that like do hiking.
Oh wait,
GPSs
you don't
and
mean
shit
the
like
user
that.
TomTom and Neos, do you?
No.
Oh.
Talking about your Garmin's, bitch. But the
What do my panties have to do with this?
you're not having one right now.
Garments.
But yes, up in northern Maine, there's it's considered it's the least developed area of the lower 48.
Yeah.
It is more underdeveloped than anywhere else in the lower 48 because it's still fucking nature.
Most of your populace is lobster.
No, the population exists on the coast, but the moment you go up to the county, Aroostook County, there's nothing there. That's
So
where
we just need to build our own
Yeah.
satellite tower that goes up
You're-
about 200 meters.
This is the main population for Maine. Lobsters, moose, Canadians that got lost. and
No,
then Maine citizens.
no, we got some. We got Old Orchard Beach has plenty of people from Quebec. They all speak French.
Wait, where'd
Again,
my footrest go?
Canadians that got lost.
They vacation at Old Orchard Beach for some reason. They all do. You go to Old
get
Orchard
lost.
Beach. You go to Old Orchard Beach. The primary language is French. Just like you just go there and you hear French everywhere. But I don't understand why they do, but they do. I love that some of the towns up here that are still have a municipality. They're population 5.
Yes.
Like for like 60 or 70 square miles, population 5. Like
there is a town in Canada that at one point I was like, oh, my friend lives in this town. I should look in the area. I'll figure out where they are at some point. I figured out where they are immediately. You want to know how many houses are in that town?
probably 2.
10.
One single house.
One fucking house.
Yeah.
It is him. And I looked at it and I'm like, that's his house. That's the fucking outhouse that I've seen in a photo from his
the one house.
That's the fucking like weird little ditch area. It's just him. The entire town is a single road.
Yeah.
And it's just him.
Usually like a town like that is like a family. Like a family owns a large amount of property and then they set it up as a municipality, like a town. So they have to go through like the actual stuff for like government stuff, but it's family.
Yeah.
Like in Maine, they're called plantations. When they're below a village, they're called a plantation.
Oh no.
So, like you'll see, like Kingsbury Plantation, I think is a population of 30. Like it's like a small like family group. That. But anyhow, I think we have reached the end of our show.
We've just about reached the end. One of the things that I will say.
Our show.
One of the things I'll say regarding families and things, I might once again I might definitely need to go to Anthrocon, and
You do, but
I'm realizing like more of the bonuses and then issues with those bonuses. Like I was telling Madeline this morning, I could definitely go, and if I go, my brother's definitely going to want to go as well. He's not yet at the 18 mark, so he's going to need a chaperone. I'm not going to fucking chaperone him, which means that my dad will have to come along, which means I'll have a designated driver back from the con, but my dad will be there, and that's a different beast all on its own.
Yeah.
Because I've given some of the stories of what my dad has done at cons.
So,
but
in response to Rye, what in the cousin fucking tarnation is a 30-person town family, an extended family. That's like your aunts, your uncles, your grandmothers, and like both sides of the family have like they pass down the land from generations and then they split it up. That's a pretty common thing around here. Like you'll have like huge like 100, 200, 300 acre areas around here that are all just a single family and a bunch of houses. Like they're all related. So like it's an extended family and they're all related in some way in their lineage that's passed for many, many years. Like, usually it's one person, a family bought a huge chunk of Maine land, which was really, really cheap back in the day. Like, you could buy ridiculous amounts of Maine land for cheap. And then, like, they would split it off for their family. So let's say they had like 6 kids, right? Because they fucked a lot. Each of those kids got married, so each of those have got their own houses on that plot of land, and then it would go from there. And their kids, they fucked a lot, and they would have more kids, and they would all again get their own houses on that plot of land, and that's how the town would build up.
Do they use Alabama's dating service?
Maine is not
Farmer's Home
number 1 for incest.
Ancestry.com.
Maine is the number 1 of old people, other than Florida. I think Maine and Florida battle it out. Well, we have what's called snowbirds, where they would live. They have 2 properties, one in Florida, one in Maine, and then they would travel I-95. Like... So they would be in Maine during the summer because Florida's hot and bullshit in the summer, and then they would drive down to their Florida house.
I am stuck in this position
You're dead.
I don't.
But
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come out of this lag.
Well, Maine is also the whitest state, if I recall correctly. We have the least diverse population. we are very,
Quit
very
doing that
not
to me.
diverse.
That's not going to help.
But
Not with that attitude.
we have to do our sponsor read.
Wait, you guys actually have a sponsor?
Yes.
Yes, this is a legitimate show.
Yeah, we're legitimate. We actually have a sponsor and everything.
Like, I've watched most of these, and I thought that was just a meme. I didn't know that was someone that actually.
No, we're actually.
It's an actual.
We're
It's an
actually
actual
sponsored.
sponsorship.
They pay us money.
I'm glad that we make it entertaining enough to be a meme, though. I hope Hack enjoys that.
It's just we try to be funny about the sponsor read at least a little bit. Like it's the same script all the time, but like we might need to write a new script. But Context Plus.
No, because we're all tired of scroll drooming.
You mean doom scrolling?
I'm going to punish that dog later. I'm gonna slap him on the bottom.
Whee!
Yeah,
There he goes.
Context Plus is sponsored by the Furry Fediverse. You tired of doom scrolling? Then why not consider joining the Furry Fediverse? It's like Twitter, aka not X. We do have to change this because now it's X. It's like X.
It's going to be Twitter. He may try to kill Larry Bird, but he lives on inside our hearts.
Okay, it's like X, but not Elon Musk. It's actually run by furries. So
It's muskless.
It's muskless. No, but there's musky huskies, but no
It's
Elon
musky as hell.
So why?
Furry Fediverse, all the right kind of Musk.
Yes, Furry Fediverse, the right kind of Musk. But
Hack, we're so sorry.
No, we're not. We're
so
not sorry at all.
There's several communities already flourishing. Head to the furryfediverse.org, then pick a community to start your journey. And then since you're seeing this ad and watching us in VR being an idiots, you're probably into VR, so why don't you go to cyberfurs.social. So blah 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 blah, my brain is off. Let's hard reboot my brain, and after blue screening. Yes, it's
got it.
Oh wait,
Furry
you're a
Fediverse.
machine. I can help.
Cyberfurs.so. Please no. Cyberfurs.social is the VR community that you guys should. I can't get through this.
I'm not even
Give me
doing
the
anything
script,
to you
I can
this
read it.
I
time.
can't even get through this now. My brain is completely off.
It's not even my fault this time.
Furry owned and operated social media. We all hope to see you there. Please also follow us on the Mastodons. Cyberfurs.social with what is it? Contacts Plus, yeah. Cyberfurs.social/@Contacts Plus. You can see it in the Twitch chat. Join our Discord.
Definitely also follow, join us on Patreon.
Yes. We
have
would
mugs.
really appreciate more Patreon subscribers. We do have mugs that will be automatically sent out, I believe, shortly. Is it three? It was three.
3 month waiting period, I think.
3 month
Is
waiting
this a mug?
period? Yeah. Do we have an actual mug?
No, not that one.
So
not that
those
one. That
those
one's-
mugs are from
Kinda.
new project, final work in progress.
Yes. That's new project. But yes, we do have mugs in our mug was it mug tier that we have? I think it's mug tier.
Mug tier and anything above it.
Yes, mug tier and anything above. We should probably work on our Patreon a little bit more and flesh it out. And
Do I get a complimentary mug, or do I have to pay myself to get mug?
you might have to pay yourself.
Damn it.
We'll see if we can't get you a mug.
I have a mug?
I think it's
If
fitting
you-
if I have a mug.
I'm never going to use it, but can I
If-
have it?
If you subscribe to the mug tier for 3 months.
There's a bunch of stuff that we definitely still need.
Can I at least have
Staff.
one here?
No.
Yeah.
We don't have one
no.
here.
So staff should probably get something, but you're not staff.
No, I just want a mug like this, but with whatever logo you have.
That's the
pretty
Patreon.
much that's the Patreon.
No, I mean I want it in here. No.
I haven't done that yet. I haven't modeled that out.
Well, I'm going to stop this fucking show. We've done our contractual obligations.
You lost
And
me
this
an
has
hour
been
ago.
technical
I
difficulties.
lost you at the start of the
Brought to
fucking
you by
show.
Wolf.
You actually never had me. That's
Yeah,
fair.
you were
You
doing.
lost me at Dennis, sir.
Well, you're going to the bedroom.
Go to bed. Go to bed, little dog.
No, he's not going to his bedroom.
He's straight.
He keeps telling me that, and yet he keeps being with me. He keeps telling me.
I was one time, man.
Okay, he's straight, all right, but he's prison gay.
You build a
Wait,
dozen
that might-
schools. Do they call you John the School Builder? No. You raise a whole bunch of you raise an entire village. Do they call you John the Razor? No. You teach multiple generations everything that you can teach them. Do they call you John the Teacher? No.
No.
But you fuck one goat.
I like the version of that in German. Raspberry. Oh, wait. What?
Bye.
Suicide is badass.
Do you get turned on by suicide?
Doesn't everybody?
The way your voice changed.
Alright. Am I
that,
going to
on,
be able to reset my
and
shit
on
yet?
that note, On that note,
On that note, let's raid Soto.
goodbye.